Hi. Welcome to Movies Reflexed. Today, I am going to explain an action-adventure movie titled F9. Watch out for spoilers. Take care. The movie starts while showing a scene of the past, in which we are shown a car racing in 1989. Suddenly, a racing car stops. The racer says to his son Dom, "Always stay away from the bad people." He always used to give his son some advices like that. After it, he continues the race with a very high speed. But today wasn't a very good day for him. A car comes on the side and hits his car hardly from the back. Here, these cars get into an accident. As a result, Dom's father's car falls at a far distance while flying over the other cars. It hits the ground while flipping. Due to this, the car catches fire and it blasts. Here, this racer or Dom's father dies. Dom cries and weeps a lot and also screams in agony. With it, the story comes to the present. Here we see Dom as a huge man. He has a son aged around 3 to 4 years. His wife was happy with him. They were spending a happy life in a peaceful forest. Here, Dom is shown as he was repairing a tractor. Meanwhile, a car stops there. Dom and his wife become alert. They point a gun at the car. Then, a man comes out of the car. He says with his hands up, "We come in peace. Dom, I am here to meet you." A total of 3 people come out of the car. A man named Tej, his companion Roman, and a girl named Ramsey. They tell Dom, an old man named Mr. Nobody told them Cipher, who is a super villain and a very dangerous lady, was caught by him. But then the plane in which she was being taken was crashed purposely so that people may take her dead. At that time, Mr. Nobody had a hold on her, but she escaped from there. Then Ramsey tells Dom to come with them to the place where the plane was crashed so that we can collect some evidence from there. But Dom refuses to go. He says, "I am retired now. And I am happy with my family far from these things." At night, Dom's wife thinks and says to Dom, "Our team has supported us in all the difficult times. I am also going to help them." She loves her son and goes outside. Then readies her bike. Here the scene cuts. On another side, we see that Dom's wife, Tej, Roman, and Ramsey are getting ready to board on a plane. But Dom comes here on his car and decides to go with them. After a long journey, they reach the place where the plane has crashed. They also find the crashed plane and Ramsey hears a voice, which was actually a voice signal which was coming from a machine. Ramsey was a super hacker. She hacks the machine and opens it. A shiny black box comes out of it. And it was looking like a device. But they didn't know how to open it. They were thinking about how to open it, but the military arrives here. They start firing on them. They run from there and reach a place where there were mines planted. It was actually a border, and as someone approaches through here, the mines blast. Due to it, many military cars were destroyed. With their blasts, air pressure, the car in which Roman was falls at a place while flying. It stuck in a rock and also was about to fall on a mine. There were land mines around him, and the time was very difficult for him. He tries to escape from there. Meanwhile, his car moves and comes down. Due to it, the landmine in his car blasts. And it seemed like the car squashed Roman. But then Roman comes out of there while crippling. They were really happy that he's still alive. On the other side, Dom's wife had the device with her. She moves with her bike in order to keep it safe from the other people's. The soldiers were also chasing her. But then, her bike hits with a stone and it loses its balance while flying. Before the soldiers could come and hold her, Dom arrives here. His wife falls in his car. Here, the one of main character of this movie enters. His name is Jakob. He silently comes with his car and picks the device while taking out his hands from the running car. He immediately runs from there. Dom orders his wife to get inside the car. She moves inside the car through the window and says, "It's definitely Jakob." Now, they start chasing Jakob. Dom tries to take over his car. But the military helicopters behind them had separate issues. They start firing missiles at them. They were also shooting them. But luckily, no missile hit them. Jakob moves his car towards a ditch without any fear because he had backup plan of escaping from there. Now before he falls, a jet comes and while turning on its magnetic fields, it sticks his car with it and flies away. Now military was after them. They fire at their cars. But now, Dom also takes his car to that ditch. His wife tells him there's no bridge further. Dom asks her to trust him and drives the car towards the ditch. There was small pillar and a rope was tied with it. Now, Dom drives the car to it. The car going from the pillar's rope attaches with the rope. And while flipping, reaches another hill. Another man calls them on his plane and brings them from there. Dom's wife tells them Jakob is none other than the younger brother of Dom. When Dom's father got into the accident, then Jakob was also there. Peoples were saying that he died because of Jakob. Dom comes in anger and he starts to punch the man on his face who hit Dom's father's car. The man was injured badly and Dom was imprisoned. When Dom goes to the prison, he also sees Jakob there. He thinks that maybe they were right. And that's why Jakob is here. So he doesn't talk to Jakob. Now the scene comes to the present. Jakob shows Cipher that device and says its other part is lost. Now, Cipher tells him that the second part is in London. You have to go there. In the next scene, we see a sea. There was a secret place in the underground tunnel that actually belonged to that old man Mr. Nobody. Here, Ramsey tells them about the next mission. That they have to search for the second part of that device. Do you know what that device can do? It can control all the satellites in space. Even any electronic device and also can destroy anything. It was made in two parts. And Jakob has one of the parts. He will surely go to London to get its second part. But we have to get it before he does. Then they also come to know that one of the companion of Mr. Nobody had died. But they don't believe it as he was a fit man. Meanwhile, Dom's wife says, I will go there and search for him. The Dom's sister named Mia also goes with her. From here, the scene again shifts to the past. After releasing from the prison, Dom goes to the street racing. There, he asks Jakob to do a race with him. Now, the race starts and Dom wins the race. He says to Jakob, I don't want anything in return for this victory. You will leave from here and I don't want to see you face ever again. Here the scene shifts to the present. Dom was asking someone about Jakob's current position. On another side, Dom's wife goes in search of Mr. Nobody's companion. They go inside a house and some people tries to kill them there. They push these girls. They hit with the TV, and those girls also pushes them back. But then a man from a far distance shoots the peoples who were teasing the girls. You will be glad to know that that man was none other than that companion of Mr. Nobody for whom they were searching. Here we know that his name is Han. They become happy after seeing him. Now, we are shown the scene of London City. Tej and his team went there in search for the second part of that device. Dom also comes there on his car. Then they come to know that Jakob has already taken the second part of the device. Jakob was escaping from there while hanging on a wire. Dom also comes after him while jumping from the buildings and also holds him. They collapse with the mirror and the glass breaks. They fall inside the building. Now, Dom comes at Jakob and starts punching him. But Jakob saves himself by jumping out of the window. He falls over a bus. Then coming out he sits inside his car. He drives but Dom was also behind him. He is seated in front seat of the truck which his companion Ramsey was driving. They were chasing the car. Jakob was driving very fast. While driving he goes to the other side of the building. But Ramsey turns on the magnetic fields of the truck. Due to it, the truck pulls Jakob's car towards it. And it sticks with the truck. A rich businessman gets the news. He was the man who went to Cipher with Jakob. He also knows that Jakob is on his mission to retrieve the second part of the device. He comes in anger that maybe Dom would snatch the part from him. He orders his soldiers to search for Dom and his companions or kill them. On the other side, those ladies are shown who brought back the companion of Mr. Nobody. The Japanese girl was also with them. She starts weeping and says her parents were working on that device and it was named Project ARES. And she can open it with the help of her DNA. Jakob was also imprisoned in the tunnel outside the wall. He hears all their conversations. Meanwhile, the businessman and his soldiers comes here with their weapons. They take Jakob and the Japanese girl from there. Because she is the only one who can open the device. Now, Ramsey again turns the magnets on. As a result, all the weapons attract towards it and stick with it. The soldiers also fall to the ground. There was a blast. Due to it, the walls of the tunnel were falling. In this, many soldiers were killed. But some of these soldiers had a hold on Dom. They throw him in the water. Seeing this, his wife starts screaming. After some times, when he comes to his senses, he sees his wife in front of his eyes. Because his wife had saved him from drowning. Ramsey tells them that Jakob will send a satellite in the space in order to initiate the device. Dom says, no matter what, we will also go to space. On the other side, Jakob and the businessman were together. They were about to launch the satellite in the space. They also have joined the both part of the project ARES. Then they move with trucks. Jakob and the businessman were in a truck. And the Japanese girl was on another truck. Jakob starts to set up the device. And after that, Tej and Roman are seen who were moving towards the space. They were wearing standard diving dresses. They sit in a spaceship that was looking like a car. But it was a custom car, and it had nitro-us and rocket engine attached to it. And when it turns on, it gives the car enough speed to reach the space. Now, the mission of going to space was a success. Now, Dom and his companions turn on the magnets if their cars. Due to it, the cars of the soldiers were attached to it. In the truck, the businessman asks Jakob, can you go to the roof? The antenna is moved, and I can't connect to the satellite. So, Jakob goes to the roof of the bus to adjust the antenna. Then a heavy man comes to the roof in intention of killing him. Then Jakob asks the businessman, why is he here? Why is he coming closer to me? The businessman says, Jakob, try to understand. Cipher is now working for me, and when she is with me, I don't need you. And that's why, bye-bye Jakob. Now, Jakob and that man begins to fight. While pushing Jakob, the man makes him fall down on the roof of the truck. They were trying their best to push each other down. He pushes Jakob down from the truck. But before Jakob falls down the truck, Dom arrives there. And while adjusting his car with the truck, he saves Jakob. Then Jakob brings one more car. Now, both the cars were around the truck. The truck was tilting. They were moving their car in such that the truck was also moving with them. Then the truck flips. Now, Dom and Ramsey goes upside the truck. They throw grenades in it. Due to it, all the people present in the truck were killed. Ramsey also brings out the device from the truck. In the space, we see Tej and Roman were worried. Because their spaceship was showing errors. They think that the car is damaged and now, it will not be easy to destroy the satellite. So, we will hit the satellite with it, and then it will be destroyed. And our mission will be succeeded. They do the same. They crash the satellite with the car. They pass through the satellite and destroy it. There we see the truck of the businessman which was falling down after being flipped. It was going down from the hill continuously. But then Cipher comes in her jet. She throws missiles at Dom. But using all the experience and sheer skills, Dom moves the truck towards the plane. Due to it, the truck and the plane was completely destroyed. In the end, Jakob and Dom comes together. They settle down with each other. After it, Jakob moves with the car somewhere. Now, the scene shifts to Tej and Roman. They had found a spaceship in the space and luckily, they return. At the very end, we see that Cipher is still alive. Because she wasn't physically in that plane. It was actually a drone. And Cipher was controlling it from a far distance. And with it, the movie ends here. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video then please subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for the upcoming uploads.